Is there a personal choice you've made for yourself that a majority wouldn't agree with? And if you have, do the rest of us have the right to tax you just because we don't like what you've decided for yourself? Because that's what question 1 is really all about. It doubles the excise tax on tobacco. It makes smokers pay more than their fair share. And we go along with it because they're doing something we don't like. Question 1, it raises questions of tolerance, and that shouldn't happen in Massachusetts. Vote no on 1.
When I think about it, most of my friends who smoke have become more and more considerate of people like me who don't. So when I read Amendment 1, I wondered whether we were being fair to them. Raising taxes by 50 cents a pack seems a little high. Then it puts a sales tax on cigarettes and lets cities and counties tax tobacco with no limits. Isn't that a lot of money from one group to pay for programs that should be everyone's responsibility? Before you vote, read Amendment 1. Then ask yourself, is it really fair?
If you haven't read Amendment 1, listen to this analysis from the Denver Post. Quote, as it turns out, quite a bit is wrong with Amendment 1. It has precious little to do with public health and welfare. It's a meal ticket, a virtual gold mine for some of the same public and private agencies that helped put it on the ballot. And its revenue stream would be never-ending, placed beyond the reach of the legislature. Amendment 1. The Post called it an especially lousy use of a process intended to be a check on government. But don't take their word for it. Read it yourself before you vote. Listen to what Colorado's leading newspapers are saying about Amendment 1. The Denver Post called it a meal ticket for bureaucrats and a gold mine for state agencies that helped put it on the ballot. The Gazette-Telegraph urges a no vote, saying giving millions directly to a state agency with no control by the legislature or the voters is a bad idea. The Rocky Mountain News said $132 million is too much money to hand over with no strings attached. Voters should say no. Amendment 1. If you haven't had time to read it, listen to those who have and vote no. They've read Proposition 200, and they're against it. The Arizona Republic opposes Prop 200 because there's no oversight, no accountability for how the tax money's spent. The Tucson Chamber of Commerce said it would hurt Arizona business. The AFL-CIO said it's hard on working people, and the Mesa Tribune's urging a no vote, saying the money will not be used properly. Prop 200. If you haven't read it, listen to those who have, and vote no. Paid for by the No More Taxes Committee. Major funding provided by the tobacco industry and the Tobacco Institute.